Hey everyone, we're here again to do another update on this battery import project. It's probably more appropriate to call it a company now because it is a fully registered company and it is moving in that direction rapidly. And so I have some exciting news and updates for you today. So as I talked about in the last installment, the testing is paused right now because I'm still waiting for an inverter that's powerful enough to fully test the battery. This battery has a 350 amp current capacity for up to 3 or 4 seconds. So that's pretty serious. That takes a pretty big inverter to tax it. So I want to be able to test that, and that requires me to get a new inverter. I've also got a couple questions about battery chargers recently. I do not have any plans to release a battery charger specifically for these batteries. The MillerTech chargers are awesome, and I'm just going to use those. They're fully compatible with these batteries, and I've been selling them for years, and I trust them, and there's no reason to bring anything else to market. So to answer anyone's questions, if you're in the boating and fishing world, I would recommend the 4-bank charger that was just released by MillerTech. If you haven't seen it already, go check out the review video I did on that. It's an excellent charger, and I'd be hard-pressed to be able to find any complaint with it and be able to bring anything better to market than that. So I'm just going to use and sell their battery chargers. Another thing to clear up, because I have talked with MillerTech, and I have seen a couple people with some questions. I don't have any intention to replace the MillerTech batteries. I specifically chose this battery that I'm going to be importing because it does not directly compete with MillerTech's batteries. MillerTech does very well with what they do. They're smart batteries. They have an excellent BMS and everything, but they don't have a ton of frills and features and extras on there. So they're affordable, they're high quality, and they're very good. What I wanted to bring to market was something equally as quality, but that had some extra features that I felt like were maybe not rare out there. There are other batteries that have these features, but it was a thing where I didn't sell any that had these features and abilities, and I have a lot of people asking for them. So I wanted to provide something that was kind of complementary to the MillerTech lineup that would give the ability for Bluetooth, that would have an internal heater, that would have a end user serviceable case, some of those types of things. There's pros and cons to all of that. Not everyone needs those. So in a lot of applications, I would still recommend to people, go buy the MillerTech battery. It's going to be cheaper. My battery is going to be more expensive than the MillerTech batteries. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody understood that I'm not looking to go away from MillerTech. I still have a great relationship, hopefully, with Lester. I've talked with him. We're cool. But, I wanted to bring something else to market. So hopefully everyone understands that. I wanted to update on the logo. Since the last video, basically everyone who has voted almost has voted for number 3. So short of a massive influx of votes for number 5, it's going to be number 3. And I'm going to go ahead and start finding a graphic designer to help me with that because I need to get that going. But anyway, number 3 looks like it's the winner. So thank you for your input and your voting on that. All right, so this is the big reveal. I think that some of you already know, and some of you could tell based upon the Bluetooth app that I showed in the last video, who the supplier is in China. It's a company called Top Band. Shenzhen Top Band is the more appropriate name. And they're a big manufacturer. They've been around for a long time. They've been selling batteries in the United States under other labels, obviously. They've been importing them to the US for many years. They have an established reputation. So one example of that would be Life Blue. A lot of people in the RV community are familiar with Life Blue batteries, same maker. So Top Band makes the Life Blue batteries, Life Blue imports them, puts their label on it, sells it, warranties it, does all that stuff. Same thing with what I'm doing, although my batteries are going to be slightly different than Life Blue's, but the supplier, the people making them on the back end, is the same. So the reason I want to release that information is, first of all, I wanted to be very transparent through this whole process, but second of all, I wanted you to trust the name right off the bat. I know that Jericho's a brand new company and I don't have any reputation yet, but my supplier does. So if you don't believe me that these are quality batteries, go look up Life Blue and see what reputation they have, and that should speak for itself. Or go look up Top Band. They've been selling lithium batteries and cells here in the United States for a long time. So having said that, I am going to go ahead and place the order for the first 20 batteries. I worked with Top Band to kind of negotiate again. This is kind of bending their rules a little bit. Their minimum order quantity is 50 units. I'm going to order 20. They gave me permission to do that, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Rebecca, and those people at Top Band for doing that for me. I felt like I wanted to have a little bit less risk if this goes sideways. And guys, I'm trying to be very upfront and honest and transparent with you that if this first 20 doesn't work out, I'm folding up the tent, and closing down business. I don't think there's much of a risk of that. There's been a ton of people already that have said they're going to buy some. These are high quality batteries. There's absolutely no reason why this should fail, but there always is that risk. And so we'll talk more about that in the pre-order process. But they did give me special permission to order this first batch of 20, and then from then on my minimum order has to be at least 50, and then hopefully I'll be ordering a lot more than 50 at a time soon. But that's the way it's going to work. This first order is going to take 45 days to get into country, to be delivered to me before I can start fulfilling orders. So moving into the pre-order topic, I have put on my website a pre-order for these batteries. What that means is I am offering anyone who pre-orders and puts down the full price for a battery, I'm offering you a substantial discount, $175 off what the eventual retail price will be. Eventual retail price will be $850, and we'll talk about that down the line in this video. So your price is $675 for the pre-order battery. In exchange for that heavy discount, I'm asking a few things from you. Number one, I'm asking for your patience and understanding in this process as I figure this out. Number two, I'm asking for your cooperation and feedback. I'm asking for you guys to communicate back to me, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, I was expecting this. I need that honest feedback from you guys. Some of the things I may not have any control over, that they may just be what they are, but I at least want to know those things. But more specifically, I want to get people's opinions on the battery once they get it in and start using it. How do you like it? How's the Bluetooth app and so forth? Another thing, in exchange for this heavy discount and your understanding and cooperation, you're understanding that I don't have my business up to full speed yet. I don't have a Bluetooth app for these batteries yet, so we're going to be using the Top Band app for the foreseeable future. It's a full functional app. You saw it in the last video. I'll show it again in an upcoming video, but it's not branded with my logo. It doesn't have my contact information, all that kind of stuff. So there's full functionality there. It's just, there's a couple parts in it that are in Chinese. It doesn't affect anything. It's mainly just the contact information and some of that stuff. The rest of it, you can navigate everything perfectly well and access all the features perfectly well. Another thing, because of this heavy discount that I'm offering, I'm basically selling them for my cost plus just a little bit to try to, build up a little bit of war chest to make this bigger purchase. So they're heavily discounted. I'm really not making any money on them. And in exchange for that, I'm acknowledging that you guys are assuming a certain amount of risk. So like I said, I'm trying to be upfront and honest with you. There is a low risk that Jericho may not be around. And so what that means is that my warranty will no longer be useful to you. You may not be able to call anyone for support, etc., etc. So there is that tiny bit of risk. Again, I don't plan on going out of business. I've done every bit of homework I can possibly do to mitigate all of that risk, but I'd be lying to you if I said there's zero risk. So these first 20 batteries, even though they don't have my sticker on there, they don't, you're not going to be using a Jericho Bluetooth app, all that stuff, they're still going to be warranted by the company. As long as I stay in business, and I do plan on staying in business, you'll be completely covered just like everyone else on the full warranty, the 5-year warranty. And we'll talk about the rest of the warranty stuff in here in a minute. So those are the main things that you need to understand. Also, if you pre-order, you can back out at any time before they ship. Once they ship, you're committed, and I'm not going to do returns or anything like that. Just like if I sold a MillerTech battery, I don't let people call me up a week later and say, you know what, I changed my mind, I'm going to ship this back for a full refund. Doesn't work that way. So if you change your mind before the batteries come in and before they ship, that's fine. I'll refund your money. I'm going to deduct some transaction fees because I have to pay the credit card processing and all that. So there'll be a little bit deducted, but you can back out before the shipping time. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that discount helps you feel a little bit better about, you're not my guinea pigs or anything like that, but these first 20 customers, I really want you to work with me and talk with me and be part of this process and have it be collaborative, so that when I move forward to the mass market, to the broad consumer base, I know what to expect. And if there's any problems I can fix before that point, I'm going to do it. So pre-orders are officially available. I'll put a link in the video description to my web store where you can place a pre-order. Just make sure you scroll down through that and make sure you understand all the terms and conditions in that listing. But if you're interested at all and want to get a heavy discount on these things and are interested in collaborating with me and helping me out, definitely place a pre-order and get one while the 20 remain, because I don't know how long these things are going to last. I've already had quite a few people offer or say that they're going to buy some. Some people even said 5 or more. So get your order in soon, get on the waiting list, and hopefully in about 45 days we'll be shipping these things out. Once the batteries are physically here in stock, then and if there's any left after the pre-order process, pre-order gets cut off at that point, and then I'll sell any of the remaining 20 at a little bit of a higher price. So if someone were not willing to take that risk and do the pre-order process and wait for the batteries, you can still grab one at a heavy discount. It just won't be quite as much. It'll be $725 instead of $675. And then once I'm confident that the batteries are all going to sell, this first 20 batch, I'm going to place that 50 order and get that thing going. So hopefully there won't be this big lull time between the 20 and the 50. But I need to be confident that this is going to work and that this battery, this company has legs and everything before I go to that next step. Okay, so back to the warranty. This is going to be a full warranty, not prorated, none of that. It's going to be 5 years included with every battery. I thought about, obviously there are some companies that have a little bit longer warranty, Battleborn being the 800-pound gorilla in the market. I understand why they do it. In my opinion, it's a little bit of a game because the average American doesn't even keep a vehicle more than about 3 years. I think the average is like 2.5 years that people keep their vehicles and keep their boats and keep their RVs and all the places where people use batteries. So they're kind of hedging their bet that you're probably not even going to own whatever you're using the battery for 10 years, let alone have a warranty claim that far in the future. But they get a lot of notoriety for that. It does help people, consumers, feel more comfortable with their purchase. I get it. I totally do understand that. I'm not discounting that at all. I think they're smart to do it that way. My personal opinion, though, is, Battleborn for sure factored that into any risk. They factored that into the cost of the battery. That's why they're $900 plus. Also because they're assembled here in the United States, but that's a different topic. So you're paying for that 10-year warranty in the number somewhere. My opinion, what my strategy is I don't want to force everybody to pay for that, extra premium to get a 10-year warranty, because some people may not, like I said, you may not want that, you may not need it, you may plan on burning that thing up before 10 years. So I don't want to force everybody to pay a little bit extra money to get that. But I want to offer you the option to have that if you want it. So what I'm doing is I'm offering in the checkout process on my store, you can choose an extended warranty that will add another 5 years onto that for an extra $50. So basically that puts it right at the same price point as Battleborn, full 10-year warranty just like a Battleborn, although they have the assembled in USA tag that they can hang their hat on, and mine has internal heater, end user serviceable case, Bluetooth, serial port communications, and on and on and on. So they're apples and oranges, but as for the warranty process itself, or for the warranty thinking, the line of thinking, that's the way I'm going with it. So I may change my mind in the future and maybe everything gets 10-year warranty. But for now, all these batteries are going to be sold with a standard 5-year warranty, and then you can opt in to an additional 5-year warranty at the time of purchase. If you purchase the battery and come to me a month later, not going to be an option. So keep that in mind. So flowing out of that discussion is the pricing strategy. Again, these are premium batteries. They are as close as I can find to equal quality and all of the things that I want, as close as I can get to equal quality with MillerTech and those other premium batteries. They have some additional features and specs that some of these others don't. Life cycle, I think they're all pretty much in the same range. There's a bunch of games that people play with the life cycle count, so I'm not going to even try to compare apples and apples there. What I'm talking about though is the Bluetooth, the serial port connections, the internal heater, all that stuff. Those very clearly are either there or not in the marketplace. So I have to obviously charge for those features because I'm paying extra to the manufacturer, to Top Band, to include those in the batteries. But I also don't want to have these batteries be so expensive that they're more than the Battleborns and the Relions and some of those premium brands in the marketplace. I don't really want to be in there, not because I don't think that these batteries are equal in quality. I said in an earlier video that it wasn't all about money, and surely this is a money-making venture, but it's also, I want to provide something very high value, and I want to make some of those features and some of that quality more affordable in the marketplace. Instead of charging a premium price and trying to make as much money on every sale as I can, I'd rather sell at a lower price and maybe get that in the hands of more people than otherwise possible. So I want to be a little bit above like a MillerTech price or I can't think off the top of my head some others, but right in there in that $800 range for a high quality, good spec battery, but below the King Kongs, the 800-pound gorillas in the industry. So that ended up being right at $850, which worked with all of my numbers, all of the profitability and all the analysis that I've done. So $850 is going to be what the eventual retail price is going to be for these batteries once I order the 50 and get them up, and we've concluded the first 20. That's the price. And yeah, they'll go on sale sometimes and there will be incentives and different things like that. But the normal retail price of these batteries is going to be $850 US. All right, well, this video is getting pretty long, so I'll wrap it up. The next thing I need to do is find a location. I need to find a warehouse. I need to find a place where I can ship from and store inventory and do all of those things. I had one lined up last week and called the guy up, and he has changed his mind and is going in a different direction. So I'm back to square one on that. It's kind of a mad dash because I really need to have that address that I'm going to be shipping these batteries to from China as soon as possible, certainly before I order the 50. I can order the 20 and just have them in my house or in my garage or whatever for now, but eventually they're going to need to be housed in a proper location. So that's the next step. Obviously I'm going to be talking with a graphic designer about the logo going forward on that. So stay tuned, guys. We'll try to get another video up later in the week, and thanks for watching.